Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here today. Thank you for being with me. If you will, like, share, comment on the post, and then you can join me as we start Genesis chapter number 19. All right, let's get going. Got a lot to cover here this morning. Two angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. When Lot saw them, he rose to meet them and bowed himself with his face to the earth and said, My lords, please turn aside to your servant's house and spend the night and wash your feet. Then you may rise up early and go on your way. They said, No, we will spend the night in the town square. So, let's reflect on Lot for just a moment. Let's remember who Lot is. Lot's a man who has been given practically everything. At some point, he had been taken in and raised by his uncle Abraham. Evidently, he had basically ignored Abraham's life and his witness. He then would be given this first choice of land, and he chooses, again, selfishly, goes towards Sodom. He has been rescued by Abraham when he was captured and enslaved by the kings of the east, but instead of returning and going back with Abraham, he goes right back towards Sodom. Lot apparently liked Sodom. He liked what was going on. He liked the fame, the fortune. He liked the pleasures, the position, and so Lot is pictured in not such a wonderful way. We've seen the Bible describe him as lifting up his eyes towards Sodom and seeing the green, the lushness of the valley. He pitched his tent towards Sodom in chapter 13. In chapter 14, we see him living in the city. Here we see him sitting at the gates of the city. So we just see Lot's steady decline, Lot's steady slide towards the lifestyle of Sodom. He had began as with Abraham headed towards the promised land, but now the lights and glamour of the big city have drawn him away, and he's been rescued, went right back to this lifestyle, right back to the city. And we see here, as the two angels arrive in Sodom, Lot is sitting in the gate. Now, the gate would be the place, many of you know this already, was where the business of the city was conducted. And so Lot was at least some type of official, if not what we might call the mayor. And people would bring their debates. It was kind of like the courthouse for the city. And so Lot is sitting there at the gate in some form of authority. And he has, by now, he has compromised, as most of us already know what kind of people are living there. But as we go on in the story, we're going to find out what kind of people they are. But Lot has lived such a life that they took him in. He was one of them. He was like they, living a life enough like theirs that they chose to make him some type of leader. And yet, down deep in his heart, it appears that he had some sense of the condition, the situation, and what was right. Because notice when the two men get there, the two angels get there, Lot bows down with them and, please turn aside to your servant's house. He begs them. I think he recognizes that these men are in danger. I think all of us probably know some places that in some cities that we don't go at night. Well, Lot says, you don't want to be out here at night. You don't want to be in Sodom after dark. You're in danger. Some kind of something in him cares about these men. Something in him knows the difference in right and wrong. But they refused. They said, "Nope, we're going to stay in the square. We're going to stay downtown." And Lot just, he just not going to have that. He pressed them strongly. He makes them a feast and prepares this unleavened bread for them. He's doing his best, if he can, to keep these fellows out of harm's way. And again, kind of a sad situation when you consider here again what's happened with Lot. Leaves with Abraham to come to the promised land. Then he just starts sliding ever so slowly down the evolutionary pole here. He's all the way down to being a leader in this city. But something in him knows something's wrong. Something in him knows something's not right. And he's concerned about the well-being and the safety of these men. He's concerned about the city he's living in. He's concerned about where he is. And I'd just like to use that this morning and put those verses in your mind and ask you to consider where you are. Maybe at this point we know of nothing really other than you could make a case for when Lot chose this land and left his uncle with the bad land, but we don't know of anything along this way. We haven't seen Lot rob a bank. We haven't seen him shoot his neighbor. We don't have any record of anything of that nature, but we do see him slowly sliding closer and closer. And most of the folks, if not all the people, who would take their time to watch an old guy talk about the Bible, you're probably pretty good people. But are you where God wants you to be? What is your position? Where are you? Lot knew. It's obvious. Lot knows where he is not the place he should be. Are we where we should be in our relationship with God? You think about it. Have a good day.